Okay, here's the balancer I'm working on. When I changed the plans a little bit, I used this level, and it's a little bit bigger, and I had to modify where the screws went, the leveling screws, and that kind of give it a fatal flaw. When you get over to the center, it falls off balance. See the weight of the cutter head throws it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this one over here, the leg that comes out over here for the third one, and then it'll be back to normal again. But my idea was to use one of these ER16 collet chucks to hold the head. That way it's centered really nice. Okay, I repositioned one of the screws. It's a little bit more stable, especially with the cutter on here. It's pretty good, I think. I might try to use it like this for now, but as we can see, the cutter is heavy on one side. It wants to roll over. See, so it's got a heavy side. So the idea is I'm gonna pull the bars and screws out, and I'm gonna balance the head without any cutters in it. Make sure that the head is balanced before we start. But you can see it's heavy on that one side. But I think this will be a pretty good setup. My little bubble level, I had it sitting on this green pad, and the level was so sensitive that as it sat there, any heavy side would sink into the green pad, and it'd throw the level off, or the bubble off. So I took the green pad off and just have it sitting right on the granite pad, or the granite block. You can see how it favors the heavy side to balance it. I took and I've got a sandpaper surface, and I emeryed these here flat. I just enough to take the tool marks out, so they're perfectly flat. Okay, I got the cutter and cutter holder and everything out of the cutter head, and you can see it's still off balance. The article showed milling a flat clear across this side, but I think I'm just going to use a drill and drill a couple holes in it to balance it. You can see how the one side's quite a bit heavier than the other side. I think we'll just try that. Okay, I've been working on my eccentric cutter head, trying to get it balanced. I almost messed up and almost started on the wrong side. I decided to do mine a little bit different. I was just going to drill a hole here to balance it, and it took quite a bit more material to balance it than I thought it would. I ended up drilling this hole out, and it still wasn't quite enough, and it favored this side here, so I started in with this one here, and that wasn't quite enough. At that point, I decided that I needed to take a little bit off of this surface, so I took a fly cutter and I cut 10/1000ths off of here, and when I did that, it really favored this side. So I took an end mill and I cut 10/1000ths off of here, and that almost got it. So I took 10/1000ths more, and when I did that, it started favoring this end. So I took 5/1000ths off of here, and now you can see I can put it just about anywhere on here, and it will pretty much stay where you want it. It's way more accurate than I thought it would. You wouldn't think that taking just a 10/1000ths cut off of the end of that would make that much of a difference. But now I've got just the bare cutter head is perfectly balanced, so we got a good starting point. Next I'm going to work on figuring out how to balance the rest of it. But I can put this anywhere on here and it'll pretty much stay where you put it. It seems to work pretty good. It had to improve my cutting by quite a bit. Having a balanced cutter, it'll cut smoother and make my work better. Anyway, thanks for watching.